Hi everyone, so I want to do this quick video all about the 3 ways that not owning your sex energy could be killing your business. And who wants that, right? So just note at the beginning of this, beyond the health and beyond the emotional connection or the emotional desires that you get fulfilled through your sex energy, there is also this huge connection to your charismatic energy and your creative energy. In fact, it's one and the same energy, and it's your most powerful physical energy. So if that's the case, and you're not tapping into it, you don't own it, it's basically like you're rowing a boat trying to get there in a hurry in your business. And what happens is that you have a drain or something happening that's water is filling up in your boat as you paddle. So you're not going to get very far in the end, right? Well, we want to be able to help you move past this. And we do that through helping you know the triggers that may be preventing you from owning your sex energy. The first one is it kills innovation. If you don't own your sex energy and you're distracted or you're just sending your energy somewhere else, or you're busy with other things and you're not innovating, you are not tapping into your creative energy. So perhaps it is you're in a new relationship and you are spending all your time thinking and focusing on the other person. You're not able to own your sex energy and use it for the innovation that you need, the creative ideas that I was talking about. Or perhaps you're bored, you're stagnant in your business, you don't have any new ideas, you're stuck, you don't know how to take it to the next level. You need to tap into this sex energy so that you can get that creative flow hitting again. So it could be that you've worked really hard, you haven't maintained your self-care. There could be so many reasons why this is happening, but it's so essential that you tap into this so that you can keep the ideas flowing. You can get yourself out of the messes you're in. You can come up with that great new idea that's going to make you a lot more money. You can push forward when you're almost at your sales. The other thing is that you want to make sure that you are not killing your sales. Your charismatic energy is what helps you close the sale. Now, you can use this to manipulate. That's why there's a snake oil salesman that everybody seems to like, but there's some reason why we don't trust them, right? Well, that is all about the charismatic energy. They may tap into the charismatic energy to open the door to you, but you don't fully believe their message. And so that is someone that doesn't have the values of integrity underneath their sales process. So if you're listening to this, I assume that you're trying to sell something that you believe in or that you have some faith in the product that you're putting out there, your service, yourself. And so if that's the case, you want to use this charismatic energy to help people know, like, and trust you. And so that they're lured in and that they really feel like it's important to hear your message, or that if you're writing something, they take the time to read it to the end, or like this video, thank you all for watching, and that you're going to watch through to the end. So you want to be able to tap into this charismatic energy because it makes the sales process so much easier. The majority of my clients that come to me, they've already been sold on what I do. You know, it's just a matter of telling them the price, sending them a link, sending them an invoice, whatever it is, because they've been following me. They like what I'm saying. They understand my message, and they trust that I'm going to have their best interest at heart. And it really is the fact for me. And so you want to be able to use that charismatic energy in the same way, because you don't want to have to be in the process of always convincing people that they should work with you. This is something that you can do through your charismatic energy. They know, like, and trust you, and they believe in your message. And when you're using your charismatic energy, you're putting out there a message that really turns you on, that you feel good about, that you're excited to share with the world. And that is through your charismatic energy. You want to be sure you're doing that, because if not, you're wasting time creating products that nobody cares about, nobody thinks about. And, you know, they see your message on social media and they bypass it, or they don't listen to the video for the end. So this is all about that. The third thing is that you don't want to be wasting time and energy. If you don't own your sex energy, for example, and you're single and you're always looking for that next person, or you really just want to be in a partnership, or you want to find out where you're going to get laid next, your sex energy is being drained by all the time you waste on dating apps. It doesn't mean you don't use them. Of course you do. But if you own that energy, you're going to be able to put the proper boundaries around it, and you're not going to waste time all day daydreaming about the last time you had sex, overanalyzing a message you get, not thinking about, the next date that you're going to plan. You're going to be able to really focus on what is important for your business and move forward in a way in your personal life that's not going to be draining to you. If you're someone that wastes a lot of hours thinking about sex all the time, or you're always watching porn, or you're like, constantly on dates, you're trying to fill up a void somewhere else, and you're draining your sex energy, which is not helping you move forward in your business. So you really have to be careful that you can still date or still enjoy your partner and make sure you're moving forward. The flip side of this is when you feel satisfied, it can kill innovation. It leads to satiation, right? So if you're in a new partnership, for example, and things were going well in your business and you start focusing on your partner and then your sales go like this. That happens with a lot of my clients. They come to me because they're like this, and as soon as they hit a relationship, they crash. And then they're out of the relationship and their business as well, and they crash. And so what we want to do is avoid that up and down yo-yo effect that happens. And we want you to be able to move forward and really kill it in the business and in the bedroom. I mean, why not have both, right? So what you have to do for that is you really have to pay attention to when you are on a high in your business and you get a relationship, you want to make sure that your sex energy is not, that satisfaction doesn't pull you into this comfort zone and that you take your foot off the gas in your business, because you still have to innovate. You still need creative ideas. Even if you've hit your sales target, let's say 10 days into the month, why not end it and triple your sales? If you've done it in 10 days, why pull your foot off the gas? And that's what satisfaction helps you do. And that's why your sex energy is about more life, right? It's about, yes, creating babies, of course, that's the basic one, but it's about the creating new ideas, innovation, wanting more, your desire to fulfill more, the expansion, the creating more life. Like an oak tree doesn't stop growing after it's reached a certain height. It grows to the full capacity that it's supposed to. And so the same thing for you. You don't want to have one product, want to innovate and have more and more and more. Now, this is something that, if you don't believe what I'm saying, read the Rolling Stones article where they interviewed Elon Musk a few years ago. And he talks about, after a breakup with one of his girlfriends, longtime girlfriend, he almost couldn't launch the next Tesla. It almost sabotaged that launch because he was so devastated and so focused on the pain and whatever he was going through there. He was not able to, put his best face forward. He was not able to complete the product and the ideas that were needed for the launch. He was not able to put himself forward in that way. So he was not someone that owned his sex energy. And he's a serial monogamist. So he has a lot of long-term relationships and he does really well when he's in a relationship. But he himself will say when he's not in a relationship, he is not at his best in his business. And so that is someone that doesn't own his sex energy. Now, there's a whole bunch of layers underneath that. There's a whole bunch of mindset work. And if you understand his childhood, you understand why he's like that. But the point is that you don't have to keep perpetuating those patterns that are there. I had one woman that I worked with, she came to me because she was so bored in her business. And she's like, I don't understand. I'm a visual artist. I, do graphic art, and I also do websites. And I used to love what I did. I was always inspired and turned on. And when it changed was when she got married. And the reason for that was she had a subconscious pattern that when you're a married woman, you're no longer sexy. You're no longer beautiful. And you don't need to be turned on. You don't need to turn on your partner because you already have them. And that was something that came from a long line of women in her life. Even though they didn't expressly say it, she didn't remember a time they particularly said it, but that was just what she had absorbed from observing the mothers in her life. And so what happened was when she got married, even though she met her husband in a very sexy way, she used to be an exotic dancer and she had her business on the side. And it was going really well. She didn't think she had shame around it. He loved it. And they had mutually decided that she would stop dancing. She was doing quite well in her business. She didn't need that anymore. But what happened was the creativity that she was tapping into to do the dance, to do the artwork was gone because she had stopped putting herself in a feeling sexy. She stopped wearing dresses. She was very buttoned up. She had less sex with her partner, with her husband. And all of that, when we brought it to light, she just could not believe how the two were so obviously connected. And so she immediately went out and bought dresses. She took her partner on a date. She ended up having a lot more sex. And when she had a creative block, what she does now is she gets in touch with her husband and says, honey, I'm blocked. Can you help me fix it? And so they have this fun, exciting sex life. And he's thrilled because he's getting more sex again, like before when they were getting married, before they were married. And her business has skyrocketed. She's getting her projects done a lot quicker. The clients that are getting the artwork that she's doing are much more satisfied, so they're not sending things back as often. And her husband is thrilled to be able to participate in this way and to see his wife lit up again. You know, it was less about the sex for him. Of course, that was important, but it was all about her excitement about her business and, you know, to be able to triple your money in that way in her business and take on more clients, but not feel like she was taking on more clients. She was a lot less stressed. She was enjoying her work again, and she had great boundaries with her husband and her business. And that was how she was really able to pull this through. So let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Does this resonate for you? What are the 3 ways that your sex energy affects your business? I'd love to talk to you about it. Talk to you soon.